Previously on the podcast.
Mavericks versus the Warriors.
Mavericks. And we didn't mention Luka Doncic had this tie for the same amount of points as the Suns through halftime. That's crazy.
Yeah.
20. That's like a high school basketball game. I'm going Mavs, man. I'm going Mavs in 7 because I think Luka Magic.
Steve Kerr has a game plan to neutralize the Mavericks. Not sure what it is yet. I just have a feeling. I'm going to roll with the Warriors in this series. I'm going to say the Warriors in 5. Let's say the Warriors in 5.
Man, gentlemen, sweep. Right when you said that, the first thing that came to my mind? Steve Kerr watched Jordan up close. So, what if he tries to incorporate some things that, stopped Jordan early in his career, seeing how Luka's early.
Yeah, Steve Kerr, man. He come from that Phil Jackson tree. I think they're going to key in on Luka on the defensive end, try to make him work more on the defensive end. Set a bunch of screens. You know what I'm saying?
Make him work on defense.
Make him work on defense. I really think this is where their season ends right here against the Warriors. I think the Warriors, they were my pick to come out of the West. We didn't put that on wax, but that's been my feeling for this whole season. Coming down to the season, seeing how they've been playing.
Okay, here we are. They say all great things come to an end, and that's what happened to the Mavericks season. They had a great one, but here we are. Before I get too far, let me introduce the one and only
Dank Fsther.
And Master Bruce CB here for you, back again. So let's jump back into it. Like I said, the Golden State Warriors, they took care of business in 5. So let's just get it out the way. You did have the Warriors in 5, so I'll go ahead and let you pat yourself on the back a little bit. Go ahead and.
Nah, that's a fact, man. I just thought, the scheme Steve Kerr was going to draw up the firepower for the Warriors offensively. And I thought it was just going to be too much for the Mavericks, man. And my prediction was correct. As you said, I had it in 5. And Golden State handled business.
And you really been, championing the Warriors for a while now, right? Really came into the season.
Yeah. Not really
the playoffs,
into the season.
I apologize. The playoffs.
Nah, not really the playoffs neither.
Okay.
I say maybe around February, I just started seeing the landscape.
Yeah.
Lakers wasn't doing anything. They didn't get it together. Kawhi didn't come back. Clippers didn't get it together.
That was big because people definitely were speculating Kawhi Leonard would come back. You're right about that. I completely forgot about that storyline.
Nah, that's a fact. And Memphis, they were doing their thing, but I just thought, they weren't experiences yet. And all those other teams are irrelevant. But yeah, I just saw the landscape, and I saw that, Klay came back and was playing well. And, yeah, man, I just been feeling good about them since about February, March.
The pieces they added, they definitely were ready to go. So,
yeah, the emergence of Jordan Poole, you know what I'm saying? I thought they would have had Wiseman back, and Kuminga is coming back. You know what I'm saying? All of those things were in play.
Mosley too, the other rookie that they had.
Yeah, he was given valuable minutes.
Yeah, man. So I got it. We're honest recorders here.
Nah,
I said I wanted the Mavericks to win. A lot of it had to do with me saying in the last series if they found a way to beat the Suns, that I wasn't gonna pick against them again. But that being said, I still Luka Magic and the way they were shooting the ball, I definitely thought they were gonna find a way to continue that. I thought Dinwiddie, as far as Brunson, a lot of them figured out a lot of ways to attack, play together. And I was wrong. Luka Doncic. I don't want to say he let me down because you didn't have the help to really say that. But let's go back. Let's break down the game by game, see what happened. So game 1, it was 112-87, Golden State. Luka Doncic had 20. Brunson had 14. Dinwiddie had 17. Curry with the 21. Wiggins 19. Poole 19. The Mavs actually took more shots than the Golden State Warriors. They took 86, made 31 for 36%. And the Golden State Warriors were 46 to 82 for 56%. So already right there you can see the difference. When the other team is shooting that well compared to you, it's gonna be a long night. They were out rebounding 57 to 35. That's crazy. So again, to go back to what I said, I thought the reason why I thought in last series Aiden was gonna be able to have a lot more success because the Dallas defensive interior, leaves some to be desired. They really depend on Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of crazy. The thing you're going into, you have championship aspirations, with those really being your front line of defense.
Yeah.
So that's glaring. 24 to 14 assists. Golden State largest lead of 30. So they really came into the game just mind made up. Gonna share the ball, attack the glass.
Punched him in the mouth.
Fresh off the. They had time to wait. They had time to rest since Golden State had. Since the Mavericks had to play the game 7.
Yeah, they had a couple days rest.
Yeah, so the Mavs wasn't able to match that intensity that they had coming off that. Again, one of the most pathetic performances from a team. Dallas couldn't continue that same intensity, and Golden State showed why they are who they are.
Experience, man. I think the experience kicked in. Dallas' first time being on that stage against a well-oiled machine like Golden State. It was bound to happen, man. It was bound to happen.
Yeah, we knew Golden State was going to get him at least once. It just so happened that they started with the punch in the mouth. The second game, though, I think the second game is going to be a game that keeps Mavericks fans and Luka Doncic alike up many moons, tossing and turning. So in Game 2, Golden State won 126-117. Doncic had 42, 5, and 8. Brunson came with a 31, 7, and 5. Curry had 32, 8, and 5. 6 of 10 from 3. Looney had 21 and 12 big points. Jordan Poole had 23 on 7 to 10 shooting. Now, the big thing that people are going to remember for this game is that the Mavericks had a 19-point lead and squandered it. They allowed the Golden State Warriors to outscore them 45 to 68 in the second half alone. Again, the Golden State Warriors out-rebounded them by 13. And they got they got outscored in the paint 30 to 62. A lot of that was the Kevin Looney's 21 points. And to be honest, and assists as well, out-assisted 33 to 22. Golden State shot 56%, 50 from 3. Mavs shot 47 from the field and 3. Yeah, I would say the biggest adjustment I think Golden State made, at least from my eyes watching it, they went for the twos. Where I thought, in my predictions in the clip we played, I thought that Luka Doncic was going to be the difference in the game of 3-pointers being shot. Luka Doncic was going to be the one to attack the basket consistently. Was going to be the one to be the stabilizer for the Mavericks. And I thought that was going to be the difference in the game with two teams both shooting a lot of threes. But the Golden State, Steve Kerr, they said, no, we're going to make the adjustment. We're going to be the ones to attack the paint. Wiggins attacking the paint. Like I said, Kevin Looney attacking the paint.
And it's been like that for a while, man. Even going back to that Rocket series in 18, teams has just always been set on trying to hit the 3 on these guys.
Yeah, trying to play their game.
Trying to play their game while they're, in motion, doing their thing, taking the mid-range. They got good mid-range shooters, Curry, Klay. Those are like layups to those guys, Yeah,
especially when they're able to, when you're running at them, they just take one dribble by you and then pull up. So it's basically like, they're taking uncontested shots for sure.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this game, that's the one that got away.
Yeah, that's the game that got away for Dallas.
Because, again, anytime you get a 19-point lead in the playoffs, I don't care where you are, you have to finish that.
No, that's a fact.
Like I said, getting outscored 45 to 68 in the second half, that's really tough.
Yeah.
That's
only 13 points in the third quarter for the Mavericks.
And it's crazy. The third quarter is always that
quarter that Golden State kicks in that next gear. It's been like that for years. when that third quarter swings around, they're just real lethal. They execute, and
because they make it's like usually they make that one adjustment, those one or two adjustments, and they just attack. They attack full throttle. And like I said, they're a team with it. They're a team. Like I said, the well-oiled machine, greatness personified.
Yeah, shout out to the Mavericks though. They played good. Brunson 31, Luka had 42. They shot the three real well. Just Golden State, too much firepower.
Yeah, so let's go to game 3. And it's probably, again, not as bad as game 2.
This was a close game.
Yeah, the closest, really. Through 3 games, that was the first game that was close. Because, again, first game, blowout. Second game, pretty much a blowout, close to. This one's a 9-point game on their home floor. I know they probably feel like, no team has ever come back from down 3-0. Which, again, I still feel like that has to happen before we pass away. That has to.
It's going to be tough, but it is.
It might take an injury. It might take someone getting injured. But, and again, trust me, it's not lost on me the fact that if you beat somebody 3 times in a row, it's very fair to believe that they're just not as good as you. So that's why you were able to beat them 3 times. But it is hard to believe that it just never happened or never going to happen.
109, 100, Curry 31 in this game. Andrew Wiggins, big time performance, 40 minutes.
So
played 40 minutes.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Let's take a step back to talk about Andrew Wiggins. I don't know, he got edited out of like 3 different videos we made somehow. I'm making sure this video we're talking about Andrew Wiggins. I gotta give him some respect, man. Andrew Wiggins, for everything you can say about him, we drafted number 1. LeBron didn't want him. Trade him for Kevin Love before he played a second in the league. That would have crushed a lot of people. You know what I mean? Somebody as big of a figure as LeBron James basically saying I can't do nothing with you. That's gonna hurt your confidence. You know what I mean? And he really didn't allow it to. His rookie year he came out aggressive. I want to say I did actually, quick plug, I want to say he scored 30 his rookie year, and I went to that game against the Rockets.
Okay.
Either 28 or, actually I think it was 28 because I was mad because he missed 2 bunnies at the end that would have made it 30. So I think it was 28. But anyway, like I said, he went through a lot of adversity. He tried to stand up against the vaccine mandate. Had to take the shot. But I do respect, like I said, he did fight as much as he could.
Was called out by Jimmy Butler.
You're right. I forgot about that in the Minnesota. Yeah, when Jimmy Butler called out him and Klay Thompson saying that they weren't winners, didn't have the winning mentality, things like that. He gets traded for D'Angelo Russell, and if you just look at it, just that trade by itself, that's looking like a big win.
Yeah, that's
Remember,
a big win.
we alluded to what D'Angelo Russell did or didn't do in this playoffs, and Andrew Wiggins.
He's a good fit for the Warriors.
He's a good piece.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
I would say a better version of what Harrison Barnes was.
Better than Harrison Barnes, not as good as KD.
Exactly.
He just falls in that middle range of course, he's not going to consistently get you 30 like KD.
Is he more of in the Iguodala role?
Ooh, yeah.
I just thought that just came across my mind.
Yeah, first year Iguodala,
Yeah.
And remember that Iguodala did win Finals MVP.
Yeah, which Curry was robbed of.
38 to his ribs for sure.
Curry was robbed of that first.
38 to his ribs for sure.
But that's another.
We're gonna get into that later.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins, man.
I
Shout
got
out
it.
the Warriors staff. You know what I'm
For
saying?
getting the best out of him. Again, this is what good organizations do. They don't try to put you in a box. They look at you, they analyze it, they say, okay, what do you do best? We're going to accentuate that. Instead of forcing you to do something that you can't do, we're going to accentuate your abilities and put you in advantageous positions to succeed. That's what good. Again, Steve Kerr, I'm still mad at you for leaving us at the altar. The New York Knicks. And again, I feel like he wouldn't have even got that Warriors offer. He may have got the job offer, but he wouldn't have got that same 5-year, $25 million if the Knicks didn't offer. And Phil Jackson didn't didn't put his stamp on him at first.
Your boy, he was looking out for his boy.
Exactly, and then he left us at the altar. But that's neither here nor there. It looks like he made the best decision, so I can't.
He definitely made the best decision.
Definitely made the best decision.
Maybe, make something click with Melo and the guys at the time. Who knows?
Game 3 field goal percentage. So in this game, the Warriors took 6 more shots at 38 for 81, 46.9%. The Mavericks just 75 for 40% from the field. 3-pointers. See, these games, it's kind of shocking because, again, we walked into these games, they were both averaging over 17 attempts a game. Mm-hmm. Made about 14, 13 made a game. The Golden State Warriors in this game only made 11 at 11 for 32 for 34.4%. The Mavericks 13 of 45 for 28.9%. Can't win like that. Both shot pretty good from the free throw line. Again, 3 straight games. Warriors out-rebounded the Mavericks 47 to 33. That's how you get more shots.
Yeah.
That's how you get better shots. That's how you get, and then assists 28 to 18. Like, so they're just playing better team basketball. Points in the paint 46 to 34. The disparity wasn't as bad. It was, still something to write home about. Like I said, Wiggins with the 27 on 20 shots, 11 rebounds. Curry with the 35 and 11. Thompson, 19 points. Spencer Dinwiddie actually had 26 on 13 shots this game. Like I said, Doncha did get help from Brunson and Dinwiddie, but that was really about it.
Yeah.
Finney-Smith only had 9 points on 3 of 7. Reggie Bullock was 0 for 10 for no points. Dwight Powell, only played 8 minutes. Only gave him 3 and 2. Kleber, 0 for 5, all threes. Bertans continues to steal money. Yeah, when I look at Bertans, that's a guy, he definitely stealing money. Definitely stealing money. But again, when you look at that trade, the fact that they got Dinwiddie back, I think alone makes the Porzingis going to the Porzingis trade. Obviously you can't argue with the record and what happened after. But just even if you just, highlight the playoffs, I would argue what Dinwiddie did in the game to finish the Suns, as well as a few spurts he did give in the Warriors, even though, they came in losses. I would argue that, Dinwiddie did just about as good as you could pencil in Porzingis to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then again, we're still, even though Bertans, he had a few moments that were at least, But yeah, man.
Just the experience kicked in, man. Dallas, really, they weren't really supposed to be there.
Yeah, the Suns. Yeah,
the Suns dropped the ball. They were the more well-oiled machine. I think it would have been a better challenge to Golden State. Maybe not. Who knows?
Well, just because, again, I think the Aiden factor would have changed a lot against the Warriors because, again, you wouldn't have been able to attack them. But seeing how he didn't capitalize versus the Mavericks, who's to say?
Yeah, Chris Paul drops the ball again.
Man. All right, so we're going to Game 4, facing elimination. The Mavericks and Luka Doncic go 119-109 win. Luka Doncic with 30 and 14 rebounds, 1 assist away from a triple-double on 26 shots. Finney-Smith with the 23 and 6. Reggie Bullock with 18 big points. I will give Reggie Bullock some credit because he said they weren't going to lose another game. And then he comes out with the 18.
Yeah,
6 to 10.
6 to 10 from 3-point field goal.
And then we got Spencer Dinwiddie only had 10. Frank Ntilikina made every shot he took. The 3.
2 for 2.
Made every shot.
Some big moments defensively in the series.
Like I said,
Ntilikina some flashes.
Ntilikina showed that he's an NBA player.
Yeah.
He showed he's worthy of NBA minutes. But yeah, Dwight Powell, donut. Now in this game, I actually think the Golden State Warriors toyed with him a little bit. There's this little joke. There's a running joke in the NBA that the Warriors like to end series on their home floor. And the reason why I say I believe that this was a game that they were playing with him a little bit, Kuminga played 22 minutes, Moody played 23, Damian Lee played 15. And then Bielitsa played 15.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he was productive. Kuminga 17 and 8, 5-11 shooting. Moody 4-7, two threes, 10 points. And then Lee had 6.6 rebounds. So while they were productive, so was able to mask what they were doing. But I'll be honest, after looking at when I was watching the game in real time, the way they were, laying the minutes out, Curry only playing 33, Draymond Green playing 26, Thompson playing 28. It felt a little like they wanted to get back home for the win. Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
I kind of felt they kind of came out flat, and Steve Kerr was just trying to reach for a spark. Maybe
that's a fair point.
Spark something to maybe try to get the game going.
But see, but to counter that point, I feel like he should have left him in at the end.
Yeah.
He brought him back. So I guess I don't know if that's poking a hole in my argument, but it's like he threw off the momentum when he brought the starters back. Yeah. So it was, like I said, you mask it because it throws off the logic when you bring them back. But again, when you're just talking about basketball in that moment, you usually go with the guys that got you back. So again, it was a little back and forth. The Warriors, they wanted, like I said, they wanted another week of ticket sales. They wanted another. But what else you got on that game?
Dallas actually won the rebounding battle this game, 45-42. They shot 50% from the field, while Golden State shot 49%. They shot 47% from three.
Man,
Golden State shot 36% from three this game. And 65% shooting from the free throw line from Golden State.
Wow.
That's not normal. Dallas shot 77%. The turnover battle was even, and they had 4 more assists than
what was
Golden State.
I know you said the Mavericks won the rebounding battle. What was the number?
45-42.
See, and so that goes back to the effort that I speak about, because again, everybody knows rebounding, a lot of it is effort.
Yeah.
So you go from dominating them on the rebounds for 3 straight games, and now you're in a back and forth with them. That's a little sign to me, like I said, a telltale sign. Because I guarantee in this next game, but got any last thoughts on that game 4?
Nah, I don't got any more thoughts.
Well, I like the fact that, however you want to categorize it, just seeing Luka not get swept.
Yeah.
Because I guess
put up a game.
And to this point, you've never been swept in his career, correct?
Yeah, no, he hasn't been swept.
So that's a blemish that, he's able to.
He put up a good effort. They came out, got a game on the board. That's respectable.
Yeah, there's no moral victory. Like, I don't really believe in moral victories, but I will say there is something to be said about not being swept against a team of caliber of Golden State Warriors. Allowing yourself to, I always say a great player should always get you one.
Yeah.
So
against whatever team, a great player should always get you one.
And really, if they don't squander that lead in game 2, who knows where this series goes? Yeah,
maybe it gets extended. Maybe lights a fire under them early.
Because again,
gives them some momentum.
If they tie it 1-1 going back to the Mavericks, maybe those arms, it's not as tight.
Yeah, not as tight.
So you feel loose, be playing from ahead. Then maybe like I said, it takes a good first quarter. Might run, burn the barn down.
No, that's a fact. But as I predicted, it would end in 5. Game 5, Golden State came out 120-110, closed the series out. 51% shooting from the field goal against Dallas's 45. Dallas won the 3-point battle this game by one point. Golden State went 100% from the free throw line this game, 16 for 16, and out-assisted them 36-22. Won the rebound battle again
Mavericks.
No, Dallas.
Golden State.
Golden State won the rebound.
Yeah, so every win.
Every one they won the rebound.
What was the number?
51-34.
And it was back to the dominant. It wasn't just by a couple rebounds. It's back to that significant number again.
Yep, Luka 28 on 28 shots. Not the best game. Then Woody had 26 in the closeout game.
See, again, get back to what I was saying with the Porzingis thing.
Yeah.
So again, going to an elimination game, could you pencil in 26 on Porzingis? No. And how many minutes didn't Woody do that in?
32.
Then Woody can play.
Yeah, he's a good productive pro. They might need to put him in the starting lineup and run a couple plays for him, give him a couple looks. He's a solid pro. He could be like a third option maybe on that team.
Yeah, I can
Second
see that.
right now moving forward, so.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Brunson. Mark Cuban did come out saying that they could pay him the most, so we'll see if they stand true to that and stay with him. Any last thoughts on that game in particular?
Thompson, 32 points in that game, 8 for 16 from the three. Had a big closeout game. Not game 6, Klay.
Yeah, but
elimination
Klay.
Klay. Big game. Jordan Poole had a solid game, 16, 6 and 6. Curry didn't have the best game, 15 points, but a win is a win.
What were the numbers for Kuminga and Moody? Just the minutes.
11 minutes for Moody, 2 minutes for Kuminga.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That game 4, that was a little gamesmanship. They wanted to get back and win it.
Yeah.
They got to reap some of that money back.
Wiggins 18 and 10, another solid game. They just got it done, man. On to the finals now, man. Waiting the opponent, either the Celtics or the Heat. I don't know, man. It's tough. We'll see. We'll get to those predictions in another video after the series wrap up. But like I said, Golden State, they made the finals. I was right.
Yeah, they definitely look good. But to Kuminga, which is an interesting stat that I saw, shout out StatMuse. Most playoff games scoring in double digits by a teenager. Kuminga is tied with 4th with Carmelo with 3. So that's pretty big. Tony Parker had 9. Kobe had 6. Thaddeus Young had 4. And then Carmelo and Jonathan Kuminga both have 3. So that's an interesting stat. Here's another one. Most playoff games with 15 plus as a teenager. Again, shout out StatMuse. Kobe Bryant with 5. Tony Parker with 5. And Kuminga and Carmelo both with 3. So
high company, man. Doing it as a teenager,
he's got a lot of ability. They're not even playing him. Again, and then Wiseman, who's not playing due to injury, he's not like they got something. They got some things left in the chamber.
Yeah, they're not at full power, and you know what I'm saying, they're back competing for a championship. So shout out to those guys, man.
And
shout out to the Warriors.
The Warriors, they look good. Like I said, when they were eliminated last year, Steph Curry said, "You don't want to see us next year." And look at them. It's good to see. Like I said, it's good to see greatness. You can't take it for granted. I think we took for granted, in some ways, basketball fans, what that core could do. The core of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. I think basketball fans in some ways took for granted the Golden State system and just how they found a way to put their players in their best position. Getting the best out of Andrew Wiggins, getting the Jordan Poole, and maximizing his ability quickly. Like I said, getting Otto Porter Jr. off the scrap heap and getting him productive minutes. They're a really good team, man. They're gonna be a tough team to beat. They're gonna be a real tough team to beat. But last thoughts on the Mavericks. They did take out the number 1 seed in the West. Reached the Western Conference Finals. Luka entered the playoffs averaging 31.7 points per game. He's only 23. That's something to think about. On Tuesday's game, Luka Doncic's 17th career 30-point game in the playoffs, tying Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant for the second most for a player at age 23 or younger. LeBron James is the only player with more at 21. LeBron James had 21 30-point playoff games before the age of 23.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, LeBron James. People forget about LeBron James. And again, Luka Doncic when facing, shout out to Nick Wright, Luka Doncic when facing elimination at age 21, 38, 9-9 versus Kawhi and Paul George. At age 22, 46, 7-14 versus Kawhi and Paul George. At age 23, 33, 11-8 versus number one seed Suns. 23, which was this year, 35, 10-4 versus the number one seed Suns. And then versus Golden State, 30, 14-9 versus. I think that was in the game they won, not the last game. Yeah,
Big
man.
time player, man. Big time player. Shout out to Luka, man. Coming over and just smashing everything moving.
Here's another insane stat. Shout out to StatMuse. Andre Iguodala has made it to 7 NBA Finals. That's the most by a player in NBA history who never played for the Lakers or Celtics. You know, LeBron James played for the Lakers, so technically he did that without playing for the Lakers or Celtics. But since he did play for the Lakers, you know, he's molded into that. But that's impressive. Like I said, he got a Finals MVP.
Yeah.
You can't take away from him.
Yep, that's a fact.
And I wanted another shout out to Klay Thompson, who, you know, went through a lot, tore Achilles, had another injury that set him back. Didn't let it get to his head. Didn't let the world, you know, the outside noise stop him. Consistently worked hard, brought it back. I got a lot of respect for that.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Shout out to Klay.
Yeah.
Definitely a big time player. Showing that pedigree, going through all those injuries and coming back.
Yeah, they won it.
Big time. Big fan of him and Steph.
Yeah, for sure.
Big time player, man. Klay Thompson, second greatest shooter of all time.
Word up. And where do the Mavs go from here? What do they do with Brunson? Again, we already alluded to, Mark Cuban said that they can pay him the most. He seems willing to pay. What are your thoughts on that?
I think they're going to have to pay him, man, moving forward. See how it works out in the next season or two. Maybe, you know, he shows development. He develops more, maybe into the Mavs winning again further, showing more consistent winning. And we'll see. Maybe they package him if it doesn't work out. But as of right now, I think they got to pay him moving forward.
What's his ticket?
I don't see anybody on the market for him. What's his ticket?
4 years, 80. Is it more than that? That's about what Van Fleet got, correct? In that neighborhood.
Yeah, maybe in that neighborhood.
Does he want more? 490.
Yeah, around there. I say around there.
Yeah, he's gonna flirt with 100. They're probably gonna ask for 100, and then try to negotiate from there.
Is he restricted or unrestricted?
I want to say unrestricted. To be honest, I want to say unrestricted, but he might be restricted since the way Mark Cuban was talking. But
he's a hot commodity in the market, man. A couple teams want him.
Like I said, showed up in the playoffs when everybody's at home watching. Had a couple struggles and then came back and bounced back. So he showed he can make adjustments to different defenders. Again, we talked about earlier about him going from playing the Jazz, how, Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley weren't the defenders that the Suns had. He made those adjustments. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if they add another piece to go with Luka. It's going to be interesting to see if Luka develops a little more off-ball efficiency. Even though I do think there were spurts in the series that he did get off ball and it was still effective. But that is probably the next step in his evolution, finding a way to still, affect the game without the ball directly in his hands. So we shall see. Game 7, I did predict Celtics in 7. We'll see if that remains true. What did you say?
Heat. Celtics in 6.
So we both said Celtics. So we will see. Game tonight it should either drop before or about game 1 of the finals. But we're gonna have our predictions in the next video. So we're here for you. Do us a favor. Don't hold us like you don't know us. Share with a buddy. Where can you find you?
At Dank Fsther on all social media platforms.
And you can catch the podcast on Master Bruce CB, Spotify, and Twitter, as well as YouTube, Instagram, just Master Bruce. Appreciate you. Till next time.
Comment and subscribe.
Let us know if you want. There's some things you want to tackle. Let us know what we got wrong, what we got right. We're here for you. We appreciate you.